Okay, so my screencast today we're going to show you how to take your file you created in this first HTML lesson and move it over to a web server and then actually display it on the World Wide Web. Okay, because right now all the files we've been working with are on our local machine. If we go back to my desktop, remember I created my portable apps. My tools are here for working with web pages, and they include my text editor, and they also include my FileZilla, my FTP tool. And we'll use a combination of those two tools to make this work. Okay, so if I open up my actually I already have it open up and right in the background here, I believe. No, I don't have it. Okay, well, let's open it up. All right, and so here's Notepad++. Get it fired up. And Notepad++ always brings up the last file you were working with until you close that file. So immediately opened up, and you look across my header here on my desktop under Unit 2, example1.htm on my local machine here. And remember my organization? Going to Unit 2 on my desktop, and there is example1.htm. Okay. So let's see if I can get that file now. What I want to do, we viewed it, right? Did we view it using Internet Explorer? Okay, so there it is. That's the work we did before. But this is a local address. What I want to do is put it out on a web server where the whole world can see it, and you guys have access to that. You've all requested space on the web server. If you haven't, you need to get that done. That was an earlier lesson. All right, so let me close this off. All right, that was our little bit of review. Let's bring up FileZilla, which we've used before, and let's go back and we'll go ahead and connect to the student web server. And again, it's students plural.cte.umt.edu. You put in your net ID and your password, and then the port we use for TFTP, okay, or secure shell, is 22. All right. Once you put this in here, you don't want to keep coming in here and have to key in data. So what you can do is you could say, you go into Site Manager, and you can make this a new site. Now I've already done that, so I'm going to cancel out of that. But you might want to explore this little Site Manager, and then it will save you some time where you don't have to type in all your credentials every time. All right. Once you have your information in Site Manager there, it'll show up over here, and in Site Manager, I called it the UM Student Web Server. Nice meaningful name. And as soon as I click on that now, it automatically connects me. And I got a little error message here. And we're going to just trust this particular machine. And so we'll connect up with it. And there we go. We're up and running. Okay. So here's my folder. You notice I'm really in a subfolder here, so I'm on what probably looks like an E drive here, but we're under a folder called Students, and then my folder under the Students folder is TG1673 blah blah blah. Okay, and yours will be similar to that using your net ID. So what I want to do, and here's my local system here, I need to go find my desktop, and I'll go to that first. And down here, and again I got this all squished up to fit in here, I need to go down and find, desktop, and I'll need to go find Unit 2 here, which I'm working with. There's Unit 2. Open that up. And here's all the files in Unit 2, and what I'm looking for is example1.htm. I want to go underneath here, and I'm going to create a new folder here. How do I do that? This. Create a directory. Alright, it's another term I guess to use a new folder. And this one I'm going to just call Unit 2. Now when you name things, really important lesson here, don't put spaces in them. I mean, you can, it'll work, but it complicates the issue. Alright, so don't put spaces in it. Keep your folder name simple, keep your file name simple, keep it clean. Because what you'll find if you don't do that, and it's a really important tip, if you don't do that, then when you're trying to key in a precise location, we're back to, wait a minute, did I call it unit space dot 1 or unit space 2.1 or what I call a thing? Keep it simple, remove the spaces. Or if you have to use space, if it really is important to you, maybe use an underscore. All right? But I'm going to call mine Unit 2. And then I can always come over here and I can look at it and I can put my finger on it and I say, here's Unit 2. All right? So let me go on to Unit 2. Unit 2 matches Unit 2 over here. Actually, it doesn't match. Let me change that. Unit 2 is uppercase over here. Let's rename that to lowercase. You say, well, it doesn't matter. Well, actually it does. Okay, most of our operating systems are pretty forgiving that way, but some aren't. Okay, so I want to take that and I want to put that over in Unit 2. Alright, so I just want to transfer that over, and I could just use the old click and drag. And it's opening, and it connects, and then it moves it over. Okay? And I can do a directory listing. Let's go on to Unit 2 here. And I can see all my, boy, this is not very optimal, is it? Let's see if we can do something here. There we go. So we can see now we have in folder Unit 2, we have example 1. Alright, so let me pull that up in my web browser now, and I have Firefox pulled up over here. And what should I do here now? I so recognize what each of these tools do as well. FTP, file transfer. That's all it does. It moves files from your local machine to a remote server, or that'd be uploading, right? Or downloading. It takes it from a remote server down to your local machine. All right. So viewing files, we use our web browser. And so here's my web browser, and my web browser lets me cheat. I don't have to put the http://. Remember our 3 parts of the URL? Okay, there's the domain name, which I got here. I skipped the protocol because that's just kind of what my modern web browser does. And I need to know the path. All right, and the path's going to be students. Remember we mentioned that? And then my account, TG. And then I put this in a folder called Unit 2. Now see how this gets confusing? If I use a unit space 2 or Unit 2, just Unit 2. All right, and then I call this example1.htm. A lot to type in, and further lessons here we'll kind of get away from typing so much and make everything hyperlinked. But that's where we start. Okay, so if I did everything right here, that pulls up my document. All right, and so really important points here, and this is all file management, and everybody will have troubles with this. It's human nature. It's got these great big long file names here. You're gonna have troubles with it. We'll work through them, okay, and we'll spend a little time critiquing these. If you do get stuck, you can always send me an email or something, and I can look and tell you why you got stuck. But really, if you use some good file management strategies here, and you're accurate in how you type in your information, you'll find that this will go much, much smoother for you.